So I've been helping YouTuber BBF out with his OpenCV paint program that he's got going on. He's made an amazing program. He's got come a long way since his beginning when he posted one up on GitHub a little while ago, and I went in and downloaded it, and it's incredible. The only thing we talked about that we wanted to add maybe was that he was thinking about adding was a custom color picker. I come up with an idea for doing that, and I had a little bit of time this evening to work on it. So this video is going to show just about the custom color picker that I used on my version. Nowhere near as fancy as what he's going to end up with, but figured the coding might give him some ideas of how to do his if he wants to go that way. So we'll go to the code. Okay. So basically I'm gonna run this code first. This is my version of it. I downloaded his and then redid it in my way. We have different coding styles for sure, but we're learning from each other there for sure. So that's good. But let's go ahead and run it. So basically, the paint program part, I'm talking the custom color pickers over here. So I'm just going to show it in operation. So basically, we got, instead of just a brush up and brush down, I added a blue slider, a green slider, a red slider to it. So your blue slider is it's based on your index finger of this hand, and if it goes above 25% of the screen, then it's going to go up. So it just goes up some each time. And then if you go to bottom bottom quarter of the screen, it's going to go down. And the same thing for your green slider. That's all the way up already, so we'll come down with it. As you can see, the color is that first color, and it's changing as we do this. So there's some kind of purplish color that we got going on. Green color. Okay, so that's how that works. So I'm just going to quit out of this and talk about the changes that I had to make to the code. I thought it would be easier to adjust one of these individual colors in this first color on this decolors array, but it seems like you're only allowed to replace a whole set of in a list at a time on a list of lists. So this is actually a list inside of a list. So you're only allowed to do that unless somebody can come up with a syntax for doing it. I couldn't figure it out. So to do that, I just made a custom color, separate custom color thing. And then we can put that whole custom color into decolor 0. So I'll show you that a little bit later down. So we're actually changing because we can change individuals in this list, but then you have to change individual list in that list. This one here is just our primary colors for the blue, green, and red that we need for our slider bars. I just put that in just to make it easy. And then we used to have just this brush status or whatever is brush up, brush down, and I added these 3 to it. So got that. Most of this is all the same. And so this is where we start our big change here. We were just picking 0 and 1 for brush up and brush down. And these are the ones picking out index, middle, and ring. And so 3 fingers, 2 fingers, 1 finger up. So I just didn't worry about the thumb position. I just did whether each one of these are the 4 fingers, whether they were up or down, depending on which one we did with less than and greater than signs. So I changed them around. You can look at the code and see what I did there. So basically, that's it. And then, like I said, we're just, instead of having a Boolean here, we got a state variable. It's between 0 and 4. So we've got 5 positions it can be. So then when we come down here to which state we're in, we're actually, this is where we can adjust it. So 2 would be the red, you know, because 0, 1, and 2. So this is BGR red. So if we're above a quarter of the screen, top quarter of the screen, we're going to add 1 to this custom color. And then once we add 1 to the color, then we can update the decolor 0 with that whole three-part list that we have. And then, but if we're at the bottom 25%, below 75% of the screen, and we're subtracting 1. If we're in the middle, it doesn't change anything. It just, you know, slips out of it and doesn't do anything at all. Same thing for 2 fingers and 1 finger. And this part's all the same. And so the only other thing we had to do is to draw those. Here we go. So we drew the rectangles, and there's some math involved in here as to getting the height of the color rectangle based on the value of the decolors. So there's some math in there. And then this just draws the white outline rectangles. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I added to do that with. So maybe you can incorporate that into your code if you decide it's something you want to do, or maybe you decide to go a different way. Anyhow, BBF, looking very much forward to your code. It's already amazing way it is. And if we can incorporate, if you decide you can incorporate the custom color, that would be icing on the cake. Anyhow, great job you did all around. Talk to you later.